Alright, Starscream is all panel lined up. Now we're gonna do some stickers, some decals. This is the set that Starscream comes with. I've got some others here that I'll show you how to apply to plastic model kits. We'll start with some dry transfers. Here we go. So I have a bag of them here. These are pretty simple. I'm gonna cut a piece out, and then we're gonna apply it to an area, and as the name implies, we're gonna rub it on. So you want to start off by taking the sheet. They usually come with a paper backing to them, and these will usually be like this clear sheet, and they'll come with a paper backing. That's how you know if it's a dry transfer sheet. You want to cut out the bit. I'm going to cut out the band here. I'm going to cut out the bit that you want to apply. You want to take some tape. You use masking tape. Just want to hold it down. You can just hold it down with your hands, but you want to use something to keep it in place. And you want to make sure you're actually putting the tape to the correct side here. You don't want to put it to the dull side, because that'll just take off the decal. So you're just going to apply it like that. You can still see through it. You want to find the area you want to apply it to. I want to apply it to this knee here. So this is where clear tape might be advantageous, so you can actually see what you're doing. We're just going to do that. We're going to use the tape to hold it in place, and you're going to take a blunt object. I'm going to use, let's see, what am I going to use? These tweezers here. You can use a toothpick or a pencil, and you're just going to rub the top side. You're basically making the adhesive stick to the plastic. This way you want the tape there to stop it moving around. This is why it's called a rub on the decal or a dry transfer, because you're not using any liquid. And you just pull it off, and you can see it's on there, and it's pretty durable. I say that, but it just came off a little bit. That's because I put it on wonky and it's overhanging. But as you can see, that looks really good. Like, it's very clean. There's no large edges around it. It looks like it's part of the model, which is why dry transfers are really nice. That's a dry transfer, and I'm gonna try and remove this because I don't want to have a Bandai written on Starscream's knee. Let's see. To remove it, you kind of just got to scratch it off. I guess you can chemically remove this. I don't want to put too many chemicals on here. But, so this is like a decal that you won't get very often nowadays. You get them on older kits. I kind of wish they would put them on more kits nowadays, because of just how nice they look. The only downside is they can be a little hard to apply straight, and you can't really take them off and adjust them. Yeah, you only really get one shot of putting them on. So that's a dry transfer. And like I said, they come in like this. Now let's address the water slide transfers now. Put that in the bag of dry transfers. So water slide decals will usually come on a blue sheet or green, depending on the company that you're buying it from. And we'll do another Bandai one, right? I believe that's, yep, that is one. Most companies will have them where you have to just cut a large area around it, and you can just put it in some water, but sometimes If you're buying like specially made ones, you'll have to actually cut exactly around the image, otherwise you'll have this large transparent area going onto your model. As you can see, these are all cut up because I've used a lot of these on my model kits. This is probably my favourite kind of decals because they look great and they are very user friendly. Like, you have a lot of time to mess around with them as you're applying them. And we'll just put it in this water here. You probably want to use some clean water, but just for this example, I'm just gonna dip it into the water just for about 10 seconds, take it out and put it to the side. And what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna allow this water to soak into the paper, and it's gonna lift the decal off, and then we can transfer it onto a model. And there are some liquids you can use to help this adhere. There's this stuff called decal adhesive, which is made specifically for these. And there is also the stuff called mark softener, which I'll grab right now. Here we go. Well, mark fit, both same thing. And that's so it can go over a curved or dimpled area, and it will soften the decal so it would fit to the part better. So it should be long enough. There we go. You can actually just slide it off there, and that's why it's called a water slide, because it's wet and it slides off. But before we apply it, this is also another reason why you want to clean your model kits, because the oils will interfere and make it harder for the stuff to adhere to it. So I'm just going to put a little bit there, and then we're gonna, now you usually would just pick it up and slide it on, but you can also actually pick up the decal depending on how strong it is. I'd recommend for anything that isn't really Bandai decals to slide it on, because they can be quite fragile, and especially the large decals, they can be quite fragile, so you want to get in the habit of sliding on. You want to take a Q-tip or a cotton swab, whatever you're going to call it, and you want to get rid of the excess liquid here. And we kind of want to press down this decal. Now you can see it's going over a bumped edge. It's sticking to it pretty well, but there's going to be a tiny little air bubble. And to get rid of that, we're just going to use this mark fit. And we're just going to apply that on top. Give that a minute to soak into there. And we will come back with our cotton swab. There we go. The edges are trying to lift up. That's why you use the cotton swab, to get rid of the water underneath, because once that evaporates, that will be an air bubble. So you want this to be as flat as possible. Now you leave that to dry, and you'll basically have a very tiny film edge around it. But it'll be pretty close to the actual decal, and if you put some clear top coat on top of that, it will be you won't be able to distinguish it from like plastic. So here's an example of a model kit with a glossy clear coat on top, and these are water slide decals, and you can't tell they're actually, you know, decals on there. You know, they actually look like they're like maybe painted on there or some other process. They don't look like they've been put on. But you can't really see the edges with this, which is nice. You can use matte top coat as well, and you can use that for stickers. So this is about, yeah, that's about dry now. No, it's not. That's fine. But they come off, and if it's dry and it's not coming off, and you want to remove it, it will destroy the actual decal. But just apply water and wait a minute, and then you should be able to take it off. But this doesn't have any of the fancy stuff. This just has regular stickers, unfortunately. So we'll get all this stuff aside since we're not going to need it anymore. I'm just going to look at this. You can tell where some of these go. Take this off. And let's see, one of these. Take it off with your tweezers. Put it on your part. You can move around, you can move the water slides around as you saw before. And then you can use like a cotton swab to help it get into the grooves. Use the tweezers, the flat end of the tweezers. And there's a sticker which, yep, doesn't look very great. I'm going to paint this anyway, but I'm going to have a look at it with all the stickers on just to see what it looks like. I'll go ahead and put the rest of the stickers on and I'll come right back. And there we are, Starscream with all the stickers on. Not gonna lie, looks surprisingly better than I thought it would look like. Definitely gonna paint on most of the details though, because some of these are wrapping over some nice detail, which would look good painted, and I'll do that in the next episode. But hopefully this helped explain, you know, how to do the decal system. I get, yeah, it's a system. How, you know, understand how you do decals, like panel lining and all sorts of stuff. But next time will be like the more skillful stuff, I could say. The stuff that you'll definitely need to practice a bit before you get good at it. And hopefully it will explain some of it. You know, hopefully I've explained a decent amount so far. Hopefully you've learned something. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.